Hi, I'm Dennis Hansen. This is my Chevy C1500. The other day I came home and noticed a little puddle underneath my truck. So I went to check it out and found a little leak in the power steering gearbox. It's probably a little hard to see in this shot, but this is the Pitman Arm, this is the steering gearbox, and what I've done, I've pushed there's a little cover that kind of covers the top of the shaft, the output shaft. But what I have to do, take this nut off, remove the Pitman Arm, then get these seals out of here and replace the seals. Okay, to prepare for this, you want to make sure you do a couple things. First thing is set the truck up so the wheels are straight ahead. And you want to make sure that your steering wheel is pretty much level where you want it to be. Alright, so I've cleaned up the nut on the bottom of the steering gearbox and the Pitman Arm. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little bit of a whiteout across the shaft and where it meets the Pitman Arm. Now that doesn't have to be perfect, but because the splines on there will help you align the Pitman Arm. But what I'm going to do is take the nut off, and I've got a puller for the Pitman Arm, and then set that aside, then I can get to the seals. But you can get a little better idea. I just want to make sure that that shaft is going to align with that Pitman Arm. So I was able to get the nut off, use an impact wrench. Use a 34 mil socket for that. It wasn't exactly perfect, but it worked. So happy with that. Next we'll try to pull that Pitman Arm off. Alright, so to get the Pitman Arm off, I did buy a puller. We'll see how this one's going to work out. Got this on Amazon. I think it was like 15 bucks. Not much. Looks pretty stout though. And as far as my seals, I did get a Gates kit. Gates makes pretty good repair kits. And yeah, as far as the number, you can check that out. I have a 96 Chevy C1500, so that's supposed to be the right kit for me. We'll see. Okay, so I got the puller set up. Time to start cranking. It came off pretty easy. And just move it out of the way for now. Okay, so the Pitman Arm is swung out of the way. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to raise up the front of the truck, give me a little more room, and then when I'm bleeding out the system, turn in the wheel back and forth. You know, I don't have that tire scrub on there. So I've got the truck up on the jack stands. Also block the back wheels just to make sure. I know it's in park, but I just feel a little better doing that. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take this little, it's like a dust cover, take that off, and what I need to do next is get in there. There's a snap ring, pop that out, and then try to get those seals out. So it turns out that when I was looking in there, I could see the bottom of the lower seal, but whoever got into this thing last time did not put the washer, and there's a snap ring back in there, and So that's why it's leaking. So I kind of got away easy this time. I just put the washer in, put the snap ring in, and so now I'm going to put it all back together. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, put the boot back in there. Goes like this. Get the Pitman Arm back in there. That was pretty easy. Everything lines up. Lock washer. Thread that bolt. I want to hand snug this bolt just to make sure I can feel it's threading good, and just working that Pitman Arm back into where it's supposed to be. It's going on nice and smooth. So I just took the truck for a test ride. Steering is a lot better than it was. Used to be kind of soft, mushy, and now it's feels very firm, precise. So I'm so glad that you know, this whole thing, I was able to figure that out and get it fixed. There's a little weeping right there. I shouldn't say there's no leaks. There's a slight weep, but I'm not gonna worry about that. It's not the drip drip. So I was able to fix the truck. I spent, I think the Pitman Arm puller was like $15. The kit was probably another $10-15, and the socket I think was $8. So I'm less than $30 for everything, I think, and I'm really happy with the outcome because, like I said, the steering is so much better, and it's kind of weird that I would find the you know, that it was missing that washer and the spring clamp, but I guess stranger things have happened.